Hello stamping friends. Sorry I'm running a little bit late tonight. This is going to be a review of a technique I did a little while back. Let me just grab some paper towel. It's using the alcohol ink. So I happened to see, let me try and remember their names. I can't. A couple of different people doing a video of, you remember the technique with the blends and we use the alcohol? So you need to have the 100% isopropyl. Just waiting for that to catch up so I can see whether anyone can see, if there's anyone here. Hi Rhonda. And I have had so much fun. Just going to share that. With this technique I have done, well, I'm looking at my stack of cards there. It is just, I can't, this will be a class in April because this is rather expensive and I don't want you all running out buying a bottle of this when you can come to class and use mine. So the class for April will be later in the month. I'm going to reverse the live and the in-person for that month because of it being school holidays, okay? So girls that are coming tomorrow, you'll get more details tomorrow. All right, so we start off, well, not the same. We start off a little bit different. You're just going to colour. Some of you have probably seen this because it is on the internet. But I've added my own spin. Everyone else used a paintbrush. And I was doing that, and then you have to be careful. You don't want to make things muddy. And as I said in my description, no blowing required with this technique. Now, that's real red. And this is Flirty Flamingo. I'm actually going to make a cute little shaker card, I think, if it all works. This is a bit like stamping on the fly. I've done one that's not a shaker card, and I thought I could easily make it into a shaker card, similar to the one we're going to be making in class tomorrow, guys. Those of you who are coming. Flirty Flamingo, and this is Daffodil Delight. Doesn't matter if you go over the other colour, but you want to go out to the edge. And I'll tell you why later. Well, I'll tell you why now. Because the little offcuts, I've just used them for a really quick way to dress up the inside of the card and the envelope. Just cut off the excess. I've started with a piece 10.5 by 14.85 centimetres. And then I trim it down to 10 by 14.3 centimetres. Now, what do I want up in there? Probably the red, I think. Yeah, because the pink's either side. Yeah, so everyone else used a paintbrush, and I'll show you the difference. But I was not wanting to muddy my colours, so I got out one of my old aqua painters, water painters, whatever you like to call them. Just make sure and this is filled with this, the rubbing alcohol. Well, it's not rubbing alcohol, it's isopropyl alcohol, the 100% one. I've actually done one of these and let it dry so I can use it for my card tonight. I actually started with my light colours. I guess it doesn't really matter. I was probably just being a little bit fussy. I didn't want to muddy the colours either. So see, and of course you can do that with the paintbrush too, but I just found I wasn't getting enough off with the paintbrush, and then you went back into the little dish of alcohol and you'd come back out and your colours were a bit muddy. So because I've gone into the red, I actually probably want to do all the red first and then come back. So it's just pouncing it, and I'll just show you. Oh, how can I show you? I haven't got any alcohol. Let's, ooh. I was going to show you what that was like. Can I put some in something? I did have a little, I know, got a little egg cup here. Let's put some in there. show you the difference, which I don't think there's much. So this is with a paintbrush. Just a fairly stiff paintbrush. So as you can see, there's not much difference, but when I go to clean it off, I can't get all that red off. So that's why I went to my aqua painter, because it was easier to get that colour off. So as I didn't muddy up my colours too much. I think I've probably done enough, and you can do, this one's very light, and you see that, so you can do this type of thing too. You can, just depending on the look that you want, you can just drip. See what happens when you drip? But I haven't finished with my colours yet, so I didn't get all that red off. So the last time I did this, I said to you, you could use your old Stampin' Up! Spritzer thingy, or you could use a straw, but as you can see, you don't need to blow anything. It's all done with a brush. Anyone try this with the blowing? When I did it the last time, did anyone go and get some alcohol and try it? Apparently it won't work with the green one that we're used to getting in Safeways. I have not tried it with that, I just took people's word for that. And then you would let that dry and see what's happened when I've ran that alcohol through my brush. It's perfectly clean. I couldn't say the same for my paintbrush. And when I go back in there, it's already made that pink. So that's going to be very pink in there, if you can see that. So that's why I went to the aqua painter, and it worked really well for me. So then you would just set that aside to dry. It doesn't take that long to dry, but we don't want to be sitting there waiting for it to dry, do we? So I thought I'd get on with it, and I have cut out a card. What did I do? Oh, here we go. I thought I'd make this a shaker card. So that was using the same colours. You do need to put it on a white background, like so. And I'm just going to measure that because I thought I'd made... I like to make mine... Here I have. I like to make the vellum a little bit larger than the white piece because I have trouble lining up. So anyway, so you want to put your, well, you can use whichever side you like. I've been using the right side, but actually with this one, I reckon I might like the reverse side. It's nice and colourful, probably because of the reds and pinks. It's very bright. So then you need your little spongy thing, your sponge that you've got to, and you all see that. And so that's, I want that the right side and I want that the wrong side, don't I? So instead of putting it on my mat, I just do this. And then what you want to do is get your sponge and just spread it. Let's put that in camera so that you haven't got any streaky bits, and that's how you adhere your vellum without it showing. Excuse me, I've got something frog in my throat tonight. Just better check if there's any questions, but I'll get this done first because this dries rather quickly. And Andrea, if you're watching, I was going to send you photos. Andrea's bought the kit, but she can't come tomorrow. I was going to send you photos, which I will do, but this is based on one of the cards I did for our class tomorrow. It's just a quick, simple one. It's not with this background. I was saving that up for April. Gosh, getting well ahead of myself, aren't I? So if I line that up there, and then you can see that's fairly straight. I might need to trim a little bit off. And so I'm just going to hop over to the tabletop trimmer and trim that. And as I'm making 2 cards tonight, the other one will hopefully be quicker. I have actually adhered the other one to its, I have actually done the inside and the envelope, and this is what I did. That's just punched out of the paper, but if I hadn't have done that, what I could have done for the inside of my card, I could still, no, that's not, oh well I could still put that down there. About the envelope. Yeah, I could probably still put that along the bottom. Just peeling that off. Where's my bin? Or down the side. You get the idea. Probably should have left a bit of room, and I could have done that. Yeah, no, look a bit silly like that. We might just do this. If we don't like it, we can, because that's got a bit of sticky on it, that's all you need to do. And if I don't like it later, I'll just take it off. That's the envelope, and oops, got a bit of white on there. You can't see because I'm a bin. I don't think I've got that quite straight. Just try and line it up on here. I think it went all the way. Yep. Oh gosh, what have I done here? Ah, it's not that easy to catch. Come here. I've got no nails. It would have been easier if I just eyeballed it. Which I think I will do. That looks pretty good. Just a little bit to trim off there. Now that looks okay. All right, now. There's a new one. Hi Maria. Hi Gail. Hi Rhonda. Glenda. Denise. Diane. Hi Pam. Now, I guess you've all probably done a shaker card like this, or maybe not. This is one, we're doing this type of style using the ice cream paper and the ice cream stamp set and punch. Now I've got sticky all over my fingers. You want to shove that in there as close to the edge as you can. Then you want to grab your, these are, now I meant to have a look, I got these, some of these on the retirement list a month or so ago from my Heart Faceted Gems. That's why I've done my card in that colour. So I was worried I didn't have another packet of the ice cream ones, and I was worried I'd run out, but I have found another packet. So anyway, these need to be used. So, and they're so pretty. They're gorgeous. I never know how many to put in. But because I've got 2 more tubs, we might have lots. Because more is better, right? Just want to make sure they're not going to escape there. Then these are the Stampin' Up bags, so they're a bit smaller than the girls have seen me use for my cards to keep them nice and pristine. And I nearly had a fit when I did this, thinking, oh, you're going to be able to see that, but it was all good once I took the sticky off. So you want to fold that as well, nice and tight. And you can see this, but when you take the back off, you really can't. Well, you couldn't on the one of the ones that I've done. So I'm hoping that will be the case with this one. Can't quite get that folded down properly there. Needs to have a good seal because you don't want your little shaker things coming out. So you'll have that. And then this card is really quite quick and easy. Once you've done your background and let it dry, it's really so quick. And I like to do my stamping. I'm actually doing most of my stamping on my Stamparatus because then I don't have to start over. It's all done. So I've pre-lined this up, made sure it's straight. Well, hopefully it is. Using Flirty Flamingo because Flirty Flamingo is going to be my base. Don't know whether that one's needing an inking. That's the beauty of the Stamparatus. You get to go again if it's not quite right. And the H doesn't seem to be wanting to work. Oh, that's all good. Not used to these pads. It was stuck. Just do my hands because I don't want to mess up. And where's my, oh, there it is under there. I'll just use my chamois and clean that in case I forget, because I could leave this lined up for you guys tomorrow, can't I? Oh, that was good. Good thinking. Let's pop that out of the way because I'm going to use that again soon. Right. Now, where's my card I was kind of copying? Where is it? Oh, I'm just going to have to wing it because I've lost it. I had it here a minute ago. Oh, it'll be here somewhere, but never mind. I think I can work it out. All we got to do is put this on here. I should have made sure that was, I can see a little bit of tape there. So you can't see through that. You could on the other one that I did until I took the sticky off. But I don't actually want to use the sticky to stick it down. Well, I suppose I could actually use some fast fuse, so you could use your Seal Plus. But actually, now I think about it, the tear and tape's probably better because you're not going to risk tearing your bag. So I might just do that. I didn't actually want to make that the one where I stuck it on, so I'm going to put another one over the top. That makes sense because I need one to keep the bag closed. I'm just making sure. Don't want all the little gems coming out on someone, do we? Now, where's my take your pick tool? Get these off. Oh no, I don't want to do that yet. I don't. I want to do this, but I also want to punch out a cone. I'll tell you what, if this ice cream bundle goes through, or won't go through as a bundle, I'll be getting more of this paper because it is the easiest way to make a cone. As you can see, it's all stamped for you. The only thing is, naughty Stampin' Up! I've put it on the best, I think, the best design of the paper. Love that design, which is the one we're using tomorrow. But anyway, it's only paper. You can buy more. As my friend Rhonda says, she keeps telling me, it's only paper, you can buy more. I don't actually think red or pink is actually listed on the description of what's in that book, but in that paper pack, I mean. But I think that goes anyway. Well, I thought it did. So we want that about there. And I'm not going to pop that up. Actually, I'm going to stick this on here first. Actually, might have been better on a white. What do you think? White background? No, we'll go with the pink. I was leaving that till I put the sentiment on in case it was too long, but I remembered I cut it exactly to fit. Just want to be careful I don't put a hole in the bag with my take your pick tool too. But because I don't have any nails, it's the next best thing. Just have to be careful. Pick up the backing, not the bag. Not being helpful. Come on. You're not being helpful at all. There we go. That all off. It doesn't matter which way that goes. I like to stand up when I'm adhering my card bases because I always get them crooked if I don't. Now I don't think I'll pop that up because I'm just going to use, I've still got some fast fuse, so I'm going to use that before I break out my Tear and Tape Plus. And I don't want to pop it up because then it makes it difficult to adhere the ice cream. Should be okay, and then the same with this. I'm not going to pop it up, but I'm going to pop the dollop of ice cream up. Oops. Now I need my dimensionals. Big ones. Bring my bin a bit closer. Put some things away. Gosh, I have so is everyone as messy a crafter as I am? I have things so like all over the place, and then I end up crafting in about this much space. I think we all do that. So just pop that on there. You could add some little sprinkly things on there if you wanted to. And we're just going to pop our card inside. I'll use my wet glue. Because I've already, as I've said, I punched that out as well, out of the paper. So really, just a really quick little shaker card. So there's a preview, guys, the ones that are coming tomorrow. That's not exactly what we're going to do, but it's similar. So how cute is that? Oh, here's my other one. Here's one I did with magenta, but it's not a shaker. It's just, and I've used some Wink of Stella on the cone. I didn't use it on there, and I've just done the same thing and put some of those beautiful opal rounds, and the pink is really pretty, but I wanted to use these red and pink shakers, so that's why I did that. I'll pop, oops, it's not in a bag, is it? So I'll pop that aside and we'll get on to the next one. That was a spare bit in case I messed up. Didn't need that. Don't be too smart, you might mess up on this one. Now I've got the same thing. I've got my, let's show you, it's a little bit different this. Oh, actually, there's one ready to go. There's my piece of vellum. Oh, I had two bits, that's here. So I need to emboss that. Might bring Big Shot over, just in case someone doesn't know what I'm talking about. That's my card I'm going to case. I'm going to emboss it with Magnolia Memory. Just grabbing a shot, whoops, crash bang. Not the Big Shot, is it? It's the Big Boss. And I'll put that this way. I don't think any of my girls have got the Magnolia. I don't think they've got any of the Magnolia suite. So I want it that way. Just a little bit of the little one showing. I think that's how I had it, did I? Oh, how did I get it that way? Must have had it that way. Yes, I did that. Oh, maybe I did that. Doesn't matter anyway, really. Just being pedantic, because I'm going to cut a bit of that off. Just go down a bit. And I'm using my blue plate, but if you've got the grey, you could use the grey or the blue. Doing this a little bit different to the one I did when I was experimenting and playing. Because I didn't really want to do it that way, so just throw that over there. Get rid of the Big Boss. So then flip it over, and I'm going to put it on the mat so you can see what I'm doing. So this time, that's my colours. I don't want to pick up the wrong colours, so I'll get rid of those colours. we're going to, what did I do first? I think I did the surrounds of it first, but actually it's a little bit hard to see. That doesn't emboss that very deeply. Don't know why. So I might start with the leaves. So I'm not going to colour them all in. I'm going to use the same sort of technique, but this is just a little different. It gives like a watercoloured look without actually watercolouring. Yeah, it's not very deep at all. Maybe I didn't have the plate quite right. Anyway, you'll get the idea. And I do have one that I've pre-done, so it's all dried and ready to go. Just wanted to show you the process. Oh, and I did use, that's right, I did use the daffodil. Oh, both of my daffodils have got floppy ends. I noticed that and I thought maybe I got the class one and my one mixed up, but they're both the same. They haven't stayed nice like my other ones. And then I'm not going to colour the whole flower in. I'm just going to go, this is, I should tell you what, I used Mossy Meadow, and this one is Rococo Rose. I've got a line there as well. Just grab that. You may or may not like this. I quite liked it. It looked fairly abstract, I thought. Just something a bit different using the same technique. I might go around that. I wasn't quite sure what that thing in the middle is. I think I didn't go around it with my other one, but I will with this one. My other ones worked out pretty nice anyway, so. Patience is what you need for this. Doesn't really matter if you go out the lines, but you don't want to make a big mess. Okay, I can see where I've missed a bit of daffodil light there. And I've got Seaside Spray, I think, yes, dark. I love the effect of the Seaside Spray. It was a little light, so I've popped in some light Night of Navy just to give it a bit of life as well. Doesn't have to be perfect. And I just added, I guess you'd call it highlights with the navy, just like that. now? Where'd my... Here's my aqua painter. I'm going to grab some paper towel as well. And I should have showed you with the other one too. You can tilt it and pool the colours as well. See where that's pooled there? You can tip it up like that, which I probably should have done because I've got a bit of red, a bit too much red down the bottom. But I can go in and fix that. I can wet that again and let it pool. And I can go in again. I'm probably not happy with how that is. I could probably go in again, but I don't have to make another ice cream one. I could make something else, and I'll show you what I'm thinking I might make with it. And I've done this card. Now, so I think I want to do the blue first. There's no right or wrong, just pounce. Is anyone asking any questions? No, you've all gone to sleep. I just love the mingling of those two blues. Isn't it pretty? Just gorgeous. I'm not good with watercolour backgrounds, so that's probably why I'm loving this technique so much, because everything just goes so easy. And you can like go in like that and take out a bit of colour if you think you've got too much. Add a bit there. Always go back in with your marker and add a bit more. See where I'm getting the blue off. And then I'm just going to activate the green, the mossy meadow. Activate that a little bit, not too much. I probably did it too much on my other one. And it just gives a really abstract, I think, look. Makes you feel a bit like an artist. Activate the yellow. And last of all, the pink. The Rococo Rose. To just give you a subtle outline to your flower. Oh, just a sec. Sorry, thought I heard someone come, so just hadn't put out my sign that I was doing a video. Yes, I did hear someone come. Just keep pouncing until it's all activated. And how pretty is that? It does, doesn't it? Thanks, Glenda. Yeah, I just love it. Wait till I show you the samples that I've done. So that can go away to dry, although it's almost dry right now. It doesn't take long at all. So if you went ahead and prepared a few backgrounds, you'd be good to go. And I've already done my inside of my envelope, like I said, with the offcuts of that. All I really need to do is my ribbon. It's here. But I want to put, oh, and actually, I forgot something. With this one, I didn't do it on any of my other ones. Where's my Wink of Stella? I just thought I might just try and add a bit of sparkle with some Wink of Stella. I wonder what that would do, because this is alcohol based as well. So that's exactly what I did do on the white parts of the flower. Then I think I went in with the alcohol as well. I think. Just let me see. Because otherwise they'd be all dotty. Needs to be smoothed out. Or maybe, oh, great, he's got the TV on there. Oh, maybe I don't need the alcohol brush. I can probably just do it with this. I'll just show you the difference if I just use this brush and just make sure I've got some coming down first. And then just, oops, probably got too much there. Just activate that a little bit. So it's kind of subtle, but it's there. Yeah, that's better than just the straight Wink of Stella. It's better when it's watered down a little bit. And of course, it will take longer to dry, but that's okay. We're not waiting for it. We've got one ready to go. How cool is that? Just love it. Now, Stamparatus Sweet, I'll put that right here. And the other thing I like to do, if I haven't lost it again, trying to work out which is the right side of that side. I did cut one out before and I lost it, so I'll cut another one. Hopefully I've got two in here. Yeah, I do. And again, set up my Stamparatus so that I have my words straight and I don't have to do over. I mean, it takes time to set it up, but I think if you had to redo it, it all evens out. That kind of moved, I think. Did it? No, we'll try again. Might be just as well I did too. That's a bit raggy there. I didn't have my magnet on it, so it actually moved. That's better. Use my baby wipe because it's here. Clean it properly later. Just do that. So that it's done and ready to go. Now we want to, so that's the finished one. I didn't actually show you that, did I? That's the finished one. See the sparkle? And there's one I did in Daffodil Delight. You can't see that. I didn't put any Wink of Stella on that one. I'm not going to wet it now. It's already all done. So, not that about there. We've all got different ways of putting ribbon on. This is my way. You do it the way that is easiest for you. There's no right or wrong. So we want that about there. I think it could come up a bit. And pull it tight, making sure it's straight. Oops. Like that. I did use dimensionals by the looks. I often add a little bit of wet glue as well when I'm putting it on the ribbon, because it's got to stick to the ribbon as well, and I don't want it coming off. Alright, when it's paper to paper, but a bit different when it's got to keep the ribbon in place, I feel. Very good press. Grab my ribbon, poke it through there, do myself a little awkward knot, because it was going the wrong way to what I wanted it. There we go. Where did I put? Oh, there they are. My little ribbon scissors. Going there. And the other one, just thought I might. I'm using up these jolly butterflies. I'm not quite sure how to use them, so I just, whenever I get a chance, I just put a little butterfly or two just in the corner. Just do a bit of bling there in our ribbon, and that's enough. Put some things away, otherwise I'll have stuff everywhere, won't I? And my scissors back around there. And that can just go straight on there. Might use my fuse, I think. No, I won't, because it's gonna move my ribbon if I do that. Again, stand up. Okay, and what do I do with the inside bit? Ah, here it is. Again, I'll just use some of this. Where would we be without this stuff? Because I've cut off the, like I showed you before, cut off that piece and use that for my inside. I could have, I think what I did on the other one, I'll just show you, I just stamped off, same as I did on the envelope, I just stamped off the large magnolia and put that on the inside and the outside of that one. I must have thrown my bits out before I thought of it. So I'm all good to go, and I did the same on the envelope there, just put the remainder of that. So So there's my two that I've done tonight. Again, once again. Thanks, Glenda. Hi, Sharon. We're a bit late tonight. Okay, and as promised, let's put them with the envelopes they go in. I've showed you that one, and I've showed you that one, haven't I? So what I thought I might do with the pinky one, I might do one like this with the balloons, so you can punch them out. I've actually punched out some balloon shapes in white and put them on there because I wanted to pop them up a little bit. Probably not that happy with where my balloon strings are, but I found that a bit tricky. So maybe I won't do balloons, I don't know. I love this one. I made this morning. Had the background done, and so I kept doing the backgrounds thinking that'll be alive, and then I couldn't stand to wait, so I had to make them up just using the stars die. And I have actually, if you're stamping on the vellum, you will need to emboss it. So I've embossed it with the blue in colour. What's it called? Name escapes me, you know, the darker blue one. So I probably should have done it in navy, would have been better. This one, I might have to take that out and show you. This, oh, I thought I'd made a shaker. You could make a shaker out of this one. So I have used a bit of paint. What's our paint called? Oh gosh. Frost white. Yeah, it's frost white. You know, the paint. So, and I've put that through the cracked paper embossing folder, and then I've put that on there, and then I've just fussy cut a little turtle out of the whale paper. So you can make them all so different. This one's a shaker as well. Just went with a few different colours. Didn't cover the whole piece of vellum with that one. Just made it sort of like dobby things. I did start writing down the colours, but it got a bit. I had so many that I stopped writing them down. So you'll just have to guess what colours. I would have used the purple, a yellow, maybe Floaty Flamingo, and maybe Bermuda Bay. And this was so easy. This is an easy one for you to try when you first start. It's just, you just touch those are cut out of vellum, and then you just go with the markers. I used two different tones of green, and just used two different ones, and then just did the same technique, but didn't cover all the butterflies, just left half of them white. Oh, there's a bit of pink showing through there. Must have got a bit of pink on there from somewhere. Never mind. Back in the envelopes as I go. And when I had finished them, because the vellum's so light, I've only adhered them in the centres. They were just sitting up like that. It was a shame to put it in the envelope. It just looks so pretty. This one I did several days ago, and I didn't have the flower on it, and I was just kept walking past where I had it and thinking, oh, I just need something. So last night went through the good old box of scraps and found a flower that I had embossed and punched it out. I hadn't punched it out, and I think it's the perfect thing. Just finishes it nicely. This one's with our new butterflies. I've just simply done a blues background, and I haven't even, or have I? Yeah, I have. I've just inlaid the cut them out and then inlaid them back in. Cut them out and got all the scraps out, and then inlaid the butterflies back in. You could do it darker, but I quite like the softness of it. Be a lovely sympathy card, that one. Yeah, Rhonda says she loves my box of scraps. Oh, come here. I'm trying to get the green bit out, and that's not the bit that I want out. This one was a shaker. And you know, I could not find my long strips. I don't know what the heck I've done with them. I looked everywhere. This goes to show you shouldn't shift things. So what I ended up doing was I used the sheets of the adhesive dimension whatever you call them, dimensional sheets. You can't really see. I wasn't sure whether to stick the butterfly down or whether to leave him up. Anyway, someone will get some fun out of that. I did not put a sentiment because I didn't know where to put it. This one's just some colours, again, not covering up the whole thing. Just put a butterfly, whoops, just got a thing coming out there. Just put a butterfly on him, and I've embossed the black on there. We haven't got black embossing powder, but you can use either StazOn or Memento and use some Versamark over the top. This one, I love this one. And what I did with this one that's a little bit different, I've used our gilding flakes. Stuck, can't get it open. I've used our gilding flakes there. I've just randomly, that was actually popped through a folder, but it hasn't done much. That was the art gallery one. Hasn't really done much. Maybe my big shot needed screwing in, but that's, I already did it tonight. So yeah, anyway, I just used some Tombow and put that on and let it dry till it was tacky, and then I added the gilding flakes to that, and that's just cut out of some gold foil. That was out of my scrap box too, I have to say, and then I've just embossed in gold. I tried using the gilding for my sentiment, but it wasn't working. I had 3 goes, 3 strikes, and I was out. I thought, no, I'm not mucking around with that anymore. This one I've used I love the colours in this one. If I can get it out, it seems to be stuck. I've flipped over the gold, you know, the gold elements that we get, the sheets of the gold. So these designs are perfect for that. If you wanted to be a little bit lazy and pop the, you know, on your greens. I've tried them over the greens. I guess wanted to be a bit more adventurous. And I've just got the little butterfly that's cut out of the butterfly beige paper, the new one. And I've embossed on there too using my Stamparatus. I used the pink first, the Blue Flamingo, and it looked wet, so I then cleaned that off my stamp, and then I used Versamark over the top and clear embossed it. Because that paper on the back is shiny, you would have to do that, otherwise it would not dry. You're going to be fussy about going into the envelope. And Butterfingers here. This one's probably one of my least favourite ones, but it's okay. For a sympathy card, I've die cut the leaves out of the paper that I've done. See the effect that, I'm saying it's my least favourite, but I don't dislike it. It's quite nice. And this one, just probably the leftovers of the one that I cut the leaves out of. Just using it up. Needs to be stuck down a bit better, I think. Just that out of the garden something. So many names to remember. I can't remember them all. Garden Wishes, that's right. Just a thought on Garden Wishes. I have let Stampin' Up! No, I wasn't pleased. I had to actually trim the rubber on my stamp because it had been cut out off centre, and you know what happens when it's like that, you go to stamp, and because it's off centre it will put a halo around that side of the stamp. So I had to get my scissors out, and I don't really have the right tools to do that, so I put in a little bit of a complaint to Stampin' Up! Because the second one I've had like that in a few months. I didn't want it replaced because I'd fixed it, but I just wanted to let them know for quality purposes. This one's just strips of colour, and just with the white from the Garden Wishes as well. You could actually make any of these that I've made the frame around, you could make them into sympathy cards. Into shaker cards. This would easily adapt to a shaker card. I just love the colours. That's the Highland Heather, Bermuda Bay and Granny Apple. See how much it waters down the Granny Apple? Thanks, Diane. And if we bring back our magnolia, put it on a cleanish sheet. There you go, you can see that there. Just sort of like the one we just finished. But no two will be the same. See where that one's spread out into the green's spread out there where it hasn't so much there. So they'll all be different, just unique. Okay, so that's your lot for, well, if you still want to keep watching, I'm going to just activate that red down the bottom, because I don't like it how it's just all pooled there. And we might put a bit more here. I don't know, I've never done this before. Played with it after it's dried. Well, I have, but not like this. And then I'm just gonna do that, do that, do that. Oh, if you want to know where I got the isopropyl, I got it in Bunnings. Had to go to Swan Hill. Rhonda and I got it when we went up to meet Cheryl for our Christmas catch-up. It was only the three of us. So of course you have to get some Stampin' Up shopping in, don't you? So then you can push it around, you could blow it. Oops, I don't think I'm going to do that because I'll end up blowing it all over my beautiful cards. Yeah, you can peel it like that. Like that. You can get a bit of that colour off the edge there, so if you don't want it to peel too much. Yeah, grab yourself some of this and just have fun playing. Looking forward to class tomorrow, those that are coming. It's going to be lovely. And I might just leave that. I think I've just probably messed that right up now. But no worries, I can just clean it off and start again. Okay, thank you for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.